It's been called the greatest treatment disaster in the history of the NHS. Now, thousands of victims of the infected blood scandal will receive an interim payment of £100,000 from the government. Those affected say the payments must be made as soon as possible before more victims lose their lives. Nicola McCally has been speaking to Highland campaigner Bruce Norval.
Bruce Norval's life has been dominated by the infected blood scandal. Now 57, he was just 3 years old when he received a tainted product meant to help clot his blood, infecting him with hepatitis C. In the late 1970s and early 1980s, 4,800 British haemophiliacs were infected with hepatitis C through their NHS treatment. More than 1,200 of those people were also infected with HIV.
Not the kind of guy that would be ground underfoot, but unfortunately it has damaged my wife, it has damaged my children. And it has made life so much harder than it ever needed to be. It has been soul destroying. It has ripped me apart. And it has taken away most of what I would call the joy in life, outside of my beautiful children and my wonderful wife.
It's estimated more than 3,000 people have died as a result of the treatment. Bruce has campaigned for decades for justice for those affected. His story the subject of the hard-hitting play Factor 9.
The blood starts from a hand, the blood's running on the line!
As part of a hard-won public inquiry into what happened, the UK government's now ruled that victims and bereaved partners will receive an interim compensation payment of £100,000 by the end of October. But Bruce says that's not quick enough.
If we wait until the end of October, that's 18 more deaths across the UK. That's at least another 3 deaths in Scotland alone. We lost a haemophiliac last week in Scotland. Now we could liberate those people now at the press of a few buttons in the Department of Health where the scheme computer sits. Families of the living and
the infected blood inquiry is ongoing. Chairman Sir Brian Langstaff described it as the greatest treatment disaster in the history of the NHS. Decades after they were infected, many people are still campaigning. The lives of many more have been lost. But the fight for justice goes on. Nicola McCally, STV News.